Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back. And today I wanted to talk about what it takes to be success in life. I believe that I'm not even trying my best to become successful because I know what it takes to actually become successful, and I don't feel like I don't think if I'm trying my best, you know. And I think does the same thing with most people too. Um, so say for example, right? If you want to be successful at something, you have to be able to put in time, effort, and feelings in it in order for you to achieve it. And most people are not willing to do that. You know, if you want to become if you want to become a say okay, let's pick something here. So say you want to learn about coding, for example, and you want to be rich, you want to come up with a startup, you know. So the first thing that I would actually say you need, and okay, here. So you want to be rich and you want to learn coding and you have no capital and you have no way of getting that capital except from working a 9 to 5. What can you possibly do to achieve such a thing? Okay. So, first thing that I would say is that you have to cut out all, just cut up all connection, like relations. Just lock yourself in a room because if you actually want to achieve something, I don't know who said it, if it was Bill Gates, but you have to spend over 11,000 hours into cultivating something. You have to spend 11,000 hours, and that is a lot of hours, you know. Let me check. 11 11,000 hours in a yeah. So that's about 1 year and half, you know. That's like a year and a half. 11,000 hours is a year and a half. So I would say you have to spend approximately around 2 years learning about something. And when I'm saying 2 years, I'm talking about like, okay, that's like that's like saying you spend the whole 24 hours no sleep, um, just learning that thing. But no, you have to spend at least 16 hours a day just focusing on that one singular thing. You have to spend over 11 hours, over 16 hours or maybe 10 plus hours every single day. But if you actually want to reach those hours as quickly as possible, then you have to spend as much time as you can. Just keep putting in the work, keep putting in the effort, sleep on it, wake up on it, you know. So then you could first of all you would have to, if you had to work in a 9 to 5, then I would say maybe you have to cut them in half. You know, you have to sleep for 6 hours a day. When you sleep for 6 hours a day, you probably have few hours awake. You have about 18 hours to be awake. So if you have about 18 hours to be awake, then you have to spend around 9 to 8 hours at your 9 to 5, 10 hours coding, and you have to do that for at least 2 years or maybe even 3 years, you know. And if you think you want to just learn as quickly as possible, quit your 9 to 5, like yourself in the room, just keep coding. But one thing that I would say is that most of us, people like me and you, have an issue with focus because we have spent most of our young time just scrolling on the phone, just wasting time on your phone, not being productive, just, and there comes a point where you're like, gosh, I've wasted 60 years on my phone and I've not done anything. I've not accomplished anything, you know. So, and then you look at your focus sucks. You can't focus, you know, and you just keep procrastinating. You don't have any actual goal. You don't have any motives in life. So that's when it comes to push for you to just choose to like yourself in the room and cut off all influences that are influencing you. So mostly I would say just you have to like yourself in the room and focus on whatever you want to accomplish. You know, read some books, code. That's what it takes to actually be that good. But also just to read some books on math, everything that you possibly can. So if you and focus is what actually differentiate between somebody that is going to be successful and somebody that is just going to be normal. You know, when you put in focus and long hours, then there's a chance. And I don't really believe that people can actually fail at something. They can always try, and I believe everything is achievable because there's a path for it. It's like math. When you put two things together, you get four. So it's the same thing with getting rich, you know. But with all that, you just have to become somebody that can actually get rich. The difference between a poor person and a rich person is their mentality, and I think our mentality is what's keeping us all down here. And I'm on the journey of building my mentality right now. Just trying to achieve my goal as fast as possible because we are now going to live 100 years. So, gotta try. Peace out. I'm clocking out.